Hi everybody. Today we're going to see how I draw Slumber. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpie. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a weird sketch for myself. And what I mean by that is I'm taking this one in a strange direction. So I like the character. It looks really cool, really crazy, but there's just something strange about it. So I'm going to take some artistic liberties and create what I want to create. So what I mean by that is I'm going to put it, and I say it because I don't know if this is a boy or a girl or a thing or a floating dragon. I'm going to put it in a strange little whippy pose. So I just kind of like the strangeness of it. So I'm just kind of taking advantage of the strangeness to just do what I want. And so I'm taking an artistic license to kind of make it a weird, floaty little wispy character. I guess that's the best way to say it. So I'm giving it more bendy features than it actually has in the actual game. But like I said, this is mine. I can do what I want, and this is how I draw, you remember? And it already has some strange features in it, right? I mean, it's a weird character, you know? I mean, what are you going to call it? I don't know what to call it, you know? And I know these aren't claws or talons, but because it's got like this weird, I'm going to say that word over and over again, strange, weird, peculiar, and odd, but I don't mean that in a mean way. You know, I like it, but that's the word that comes up to me. But anyway, it's got those weird like talons, but they're not talons, you know, they're just pointy, wispy fingers. So they kind of look like talons when I'm drawing them. So I'm just going with what I'm making. So you're welcome to draw like I am, or you're welcome to make your own and say, you know what, that doesn't look anything like this character. I'm not doing that. Go for it. Do what you want. You know, this is what makes this world great. You can do whatever you want to do. Well, not whatever you want to do. I mean, if you want to do nothing but eat candy all day long, I mean, you can. You absolutely can, but there's consequences. You know, you're going to get cavities. You're going to get your teeth are going to fall out. You know, it's just not a good thing. So, okay, and I'm kind of, again, going crazy with the feet, too. I'm just kind of throwing them off in a weird, wispy direction. Make sure we're not falling off the camera here. Nope, good. We are good. And this shouldn't take too long because all of this detail on the inside is pretty much color, you know? So we can't draw absolutely everything. We can, but I want to do a lot in color, you know? So, okay, so let me just like refine the neck here, the collar, and then we will get started. Well, I guess we're already started technically, right? We'll start with the Sharpie. That's what I'm trying to say. So also, I guess, no, I'll do the face. I was going to say that technically I should do that in color too, but no, I should do that with the black ink and it'll be okay. Okay, I'm ready to go. It's going to be that simple, that easy, and that crazy. So I say we welcome all the people that skip to this section. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Thank you for skipping to this portion. Thank you for watching any part of it. I've sketched the entire thing out, and I'm just going to erase just a little bit of it just because I made it a little dark in certain points. And I'm ready to jump to the Sharpies. And I'm going to be using mostly the Sharpie fine point, but I'm going to use the Sharpie pen every now and then for the finer details that the fine point just can't finally find while it's finishing the find. Anyway, I've got it sketched out, and like I said in the drawing, I've got it in kind of a wispy pose, not exactly 100% like the character, but I just find something really fascinating and cool about it. So I'm having a little fun with the shapes. Okay, so I say I'm going to start with the belt. That's the first thing on the top layer, and so basically I draw what's in front first, then you draw what's behind it, and that way you're only drawing what you see. Like here, you only have to draw one set of fingernails this way, something like that. So that's kind of why I like to jump around with what's in front, but not all the time. Don't hold me to that. Okay, so there is the belt, poncho, bandolero, I don't know what you want to call it. Okay, and so there, see, like that, I'm going to use a Sharpie, the Sharpie pen every now and then because it's a lot thinner, and I can do some cool inking techniques with thick and thin ink sizes. And so here, I'm going to draw the little bombs, grenades, what would you call these? Something like this. Just to hang out over the end of the strap. What are we going to call it? Belt? Chest belt? I don't know what you're going to call it. That's what I'm going to call it, the chest belt. Okay? So now I can build off of this because I've got the main parts here. So now I've got start-stop points. So I can start and stop and pick it up and do something like this. And build off of this, basically. Okay? So see, that's why I wanted to do that first, so I can, so I know where to begin, where to end, and where to start and stop. So there's just kind of playing around with line widths, something like that, and yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, so now I'm going to draw the rest of the collar, which is kind of coming up and doing something like this, and I know it's kind of strange. So I'm going to do something like this, and I think I'm just going to do one final like that, and then do the rest of just a few little layered details, just something like this, just to accent the folds that are in this collar. I guess that's the best way to put it, like that. Just kind of connect a few things like that in there, and that's all I really want to do, because color is going to take care of the rest and make all that stand out anyway. So there we go. Okay, so like I said, because I draw what's on top first, I'm going to draw the headband, and then I'm going to build off of that. And again, I know it looks like it's floating, but I sketched it out, so I know exactly where that's going to be. So what I want to do too is I don't want to draw, I'm going to do like this. This is hard for me to explain. I don't want to connect those down there. So I'm drawing it so it looks like they're part of the head, but not separate pieces. You know what I'm saying? So something like that, okay? And here it's covered up, but on this side, it's in front. So I could do something like that. Same thing at the bottom over here. We can say that it's covering it up, so we can go ahead and just circle around like that. And these are covered up by the edge. Okay, there we go. Looking good. How's yours looking? Mine's looking awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the face. So I'm gonna do the eyes like this, kind of underneath the headband. Then draw the little happy smile like that. And you can color those in. I'm going to do that with color, but if you want to use a Sharpie, it's going to be black anyway, so don't feel too bad if you color that in. Okay, and there is a little bit of a tie on the other side where it's tying the headband together, so we'll put that back there like that. And so for the hands, like I was saying in the sketch, I'm doing this weird wispy little thing, so I'm not exactly following real anatomy. I am, but obviously your body doesn't bend like this, so feel free to do what you want. I'm doing it like this just because I can. And like I said, I just kind of like the whole wispy feel of it. And I keep saying it because I don't know if it's a girl, if it's a boy, if it's a monster, if it's a star, if it's a jellyfish, if it's a shoe. I'm just drawing crazy things, you know? So same thing with this one, just gonna kind of have some fun. Do something like this. And I'm following my sketch because I sketched a hand. But again, look at that. Look at that weird wispy. Like, what is that? What are you doing, Slumber? Being all weird and wispy? That's my word of the day, wispy. Okay, so now again, I'm gonna have the legs doing something like that too. So I'm gonna do a little bump for the belt, little belt bump there. Give it a little booty down to the legs, and I'm just gonna keep flowing, like I said. And I got the legs kind of bent back like that. So the heels like this. See what I'm doing? Crazy. Crazy. And I kind of did that to accent the star that's on its leg. Like that. And we'll do that real quick. I just, I like playing around with thick, thin inking techniques. So I just kind of raised it just a little bit right there, just so it could be a little higher than the actual material, like it's over it. You know what I mean? Okay, so see what I did there? I'm kind of doing the same thing here. So we're just gonna come around here, bump it up a little bit like I was talking about. Come over here, whip it over, raise it up a little for the shoe, the slipper. Something like this. Like that, and that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna add a few more little bumpity bumps, like for the star, like I was talking about, like I did over there. Just like that. Just for something weird and crazy. You're just doing something like this. And I'll go ahead and use this Sharpie for the belt, so it's thinner and stands out like that. So I say we take care of the rest with color. So I had a lot of fun doing this one. I hope yours came out good too. That is Slumber, stage 1. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.